Hi guys, welcome to AlsuBalsu's podcast. I will be talking to peers, teachers, and other students at Woodlawn about all the topics I'm doing in my video. Every week I will be doing a video, but be prepared because I will most likely do it on the spot. But I would love if you guys sent me requests to do stuff in the podcast. You can contact me at ajohnson19@woodlawnschool.org, or even just come up to me anytime during the day while I'm at Woodlawn, and I will feature it in my next video. Please enjoy the show. Hey guys, okay, so for our next interviewee, I will be interviewing Taylor Lloyd on politics and the play we're doing at our school. And speaking with me.
Absolutely.
So let's start with the politics. Can you tell me how you feel about them and how the Iowa caucus went?
I think that politics are very important for everybody to be educated on, especially because, whenever we're old enough to vote, we're going to be the people that make the laws, and we're going to be the people that make the lawmakers. So being educated on politics as early as possible is one of the most important things that a young person can do. And I feel like the Iowa caucus went reasonably well. The candidates, it came out, the polls came out, and the candidates, some things were unexpected, some things were expected, but overall, I feel like it was an interesting episode, I guess you could say.
Okay, and then as you all know, Taylor is a star in Guys and Dolls. She plays Sarah, who is very religious, but then falls deeply in love with a gambler named Sky Masterson. Can you just give us like a quick run through of what you've done so far and how you think it's progressing?
Well, I really like the way that Miss Swanson has set up our rehearsals, because as somebody who is part of the varsity basketball team, it's hard for me to commit to time outside of school. It's hard for me to commit to time outside of school. So having it as an elective, I think, is really special, and it's very helpful for those of us who have very busy schedules like myself. But throughout the rehearsals, we've gotten through about 60 pages or so by now, and I think that the show's coming along really, really well. The middle school actors are really applying themselves and trying their best, and the high schoolers and the high schoolers in the musical theater elective we're really putting ourselves to the task. So I feel like it's coming along really well, and it's going to be a great show. So I really hope you all come out on March 4th and 5th.
And just as I'm going to be doing this for any of you, can you just tell me a funny, corny joke of one of yours?
All right.
Related to anything?
If you know me, you know that I love jokes. So one of my newer jokes, so there's a guy, and he goes into a bar, right?
Okay.
And he sees a woman across the room, and he's just taken aback. He thinks that she's beautiful. And he has a basket of limes with him. And so he's walking across the room, he keeps dropping his limes. And so he picks up his limes, and he can't seem to keep them in his arms. And finally, by the time he gets over to her, he says, "I'm sorry, but I'm not very good at pickup lines."
Well, thank you so much, Taylor, for meeting with us.
Absolutely.
Once again, guys, Taylor Lloyd, and go to Guys and Dolls at the Red Barn, March 4th and 5th. Okay, for our next interviewee, I picked Mimi Johnston. With her, I will also be talking about the play because she's part of it, but I also talked to her about how basketball is going for her because she's in basketball. Thank you once again, Mimi, for letting me interview you. So let's talk about the play. As we both know, you do play a character in it, but it's a very small role. You're the New Yorker, right?
I'm technically Andrew's wife, which is kind of ironic in some ways. It's like a long story, but
yeah, we don't need to get into that.
It's just a long story. I've been in for 3 years.
Okay,
so,
and then what are you doing in it? Because I know you're doing more than just being in it.
Like my role in the actual musical is to basically I wander around and pretend to be a tourist and take pictures and look like a tourist from the 40s or whatever time period it's set in. I should probably figure that out. And then my job, while the main characters with their roles like with their lines and stuff are rehearsing, I help on set.
Okay.
And that's kind of obvious right now. I was spray painting the backdrop today, and it's all over my hands. So it gets pretty messy, but it's fun. And today we just got these layouts for the hot box, the church, the police station, and a store of some. Or did I say the hot? I did say the church and
Yeah.
the hot box. Okay, like 4 buildings basically. We get to paint those. Bless you. We get to paint those. It's fun, and I'm going to have to make like dogs on leashes. So basically, make a wire frame for stuffed animals to stand on, so they can walk along like a normal dog.
And then basketball. You're on it, right?
Yes.
How are you feeling about the 2 games that are happening on February 5th?
It's not January anymore. I'm excited to watch them. I'm probably not going to play that much because the plays just kind of go in one ear and out the other. So.
We've all been there.
It's not the best, but I'm excited to watch because I've got a lot of friends on the team, so it's nice to see them like get a lot better and work really hard because they're always so excited for games, especially today because I don't know what you're doing.
To go faster.
I have to go faster? Okay, so
I'm over 2 minutes already.
shoot. So like it's just fun to see my friends play because they always have a lot of fun and they're always working really hard to get better at them. And it's just really fun to watch. I'm like the one-man cheerleading team. I have to outshout all the other cheerleaders that are there. It's my job.
Well, thank you for talking with us today. Okay, and for our last interviewee, we have Mr. Behringer. Okay, so my first question is for you. What would you say is the best characteristic of Woodlawn School?
What is the best characteristic of Woodlawn School?
Yes.
The best characteristic. The students identify with their work. They love their work. Hi, Josh. They love to participate in other people's interviews. Right, Josh?
Yes, I enjoy participating in every interview.
Okay.
Josh is working on some wonderful things, and I support him in every way.
Thank you.
So as I know, you teach in Baltimore too. So what is your life like? Is it hectic going from Baltimore to North Carolina and also being a writer at the same time?
Correct. It is hectic. It's I just taught in Baltimore this last weekend. I have 14 students, I think, this year. 14 or 20, I forget. But a lot of students, and I give them advice on their thesis projects. These are second-year MFA students in the graphic design program at MICA, Maryland Institute College of Art, and I help them with their thesis projects, give them advice and feedback, and then we write a thesis essay, which is about 1,500 to 2,000 words. That is a fun essay or a narrative essay about their project, and I've been doing it for 6 years.
Okay, thank you for letting me interview you, Mr. Behringer.
Why, thank you, Alsu. It's been a pleasure.